Okay, so when you hear Black Friday, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Probably crazy crowds, right? Deep discounts? Well, here in South Africa, there's a whole other side to the story. It turns out those sales might be less about a bargain for you and a lot more about survival for the businesses offering them.
So, which is it really? Is Black Friday just a clever marketing gimmick to get us to spend money, or is it actually a lifeline that keeps our whole retail sector from sinking? Let's get into it and figure it out.
To really get a grip on what Black Friday means here, we've got to go back to the beginning. And trust me, the origin story is, well, it's definitely not what you'd expect. So let's go back in time. We're in Philadelphia. It's the 1960s. The day after Thanksgiving is pure madness. It's the unofficial start of the Christmas shopping season. But here's the twist. The name Black Friday didn't come from some happy retailer counting their money. Nope. It came from people who were, let's just say, not having a good time with the chaos. It was actually the police. The Philly cops started calling it Black Friday to describe the absolute nightmare they had to deal with. We're talking gridlock traffic for miles, sidewalks so packed you couldn't move, just total, utter chaos. So yeah, the name started out as a complaint, not a celebration of sales. Okay, so let's jump back to the present day, right here in South Africa. Now, before Black Friday became this huge thing, we already had our own major shopping day. So how does this big American import stack up against our own local tradition? All right, so think about it. Black Friday, at the end of November, is all about the retailers trying to get a huge sales boost. They're trying to clear out old inventory, so you see these massive promotions on big stuff, like TVs or washing machines. But then you have the 15th of December. That's a whole different vibe, right? For most people, that's when the holiday bonus lands in the bank account. So the focus shifts to last-minute Christmas shopping, stocking up the pantry, getting all the essentials for the festive season. Totally different reasons for spending money. And right there, that difference in what these 2 days are for, that's the real key to this whole story. For retailers in SA, bringing in Black Friday wasn't just about copying a cool global trend. No, it was about solving a massive, homegrown problem they were facing every single year. See, for any retailer in South Africa, the winter months, we're talking June, July, August, September, are just brutal. People just aren't spending as much money. Things get tight, and for businesses, that means sales just fall off a cliff. It's a really, really tough time to get through. And this quote really says it all. By the time November comes around, a lot of these businesses aren't dreaming about record-breaking holiday profits. They're just trying to survive. They're desperately trying to make up for those incredibly slow winter months. So let's break down the reality for them. First, you've got that long, slow winter with hardly any money coming in. But, and this is the important part, the bills don't stop, right? Rent is still due. They still have to pay their suppliers, their creditors. So Black Friday becomes this absolutely critical injection of cash. It's not just another sale. For many, it's the one big push that can pull them out of that winter slump, help them finally hit their yearly targets, and basically make sure they can keep the doors open for another year. Okay, so what does all of this mean for you and me, the people actually doing the shopping? Well, knowing this backstory kind of changes the whole game, doesn't it? Suddenly those giant 50% off signs look a little different. It gives us a chance to think about our choices. So, at the end of the day, what should you take away from this? Basically, Black Friday isn't just some clever marketing trick. It's actually a super important event for the health of our local retail scene. It literally helps businesses, maybe even your favorite local shop, survive those really tough, lean months. And whether you decide to hit the sales or stay home, your choice is a part of that whole economic cycle. So, I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know the real story, that for many businesses, Black Friday is as much about survival as it is about you getting a great deal, does that change how you'll look at it? Are you going to go for the Black Friday rush, or will you wait for that traditional December 15th spending spree? It's definitely something to think about.